Hello, my beautiful YouTube friends. I am going to be doing a little cleanup in the garden area. It was a sad day, the day that I had to pull all of the peppers and tomatoes out of the garden. So that was about maybe 4 days ago. And I'm going to get in here today and just clean up all of these plants. We've got the pepper plants over here and the tomato plants over there that we're just going to be cleaning all this mess out. And then while I am doing that, I'm also going to be watering the seeds that I had put in. And I'm going to show you. So we have some lettuce that's popping up right here. And also a couple different variety of things that's popping up. I honestly, you guys, I did a major fail, and I'm going to be honest with you. I did not label anything of what I had put the seeds in. So we are all going to be finding out together what it is exactly that's planting in each little cell here. But the good news is I do see some growth, which is really, really phenomenal. And this lettuce, so I have lettuce, I know for sure up here and probably in this one. But I know that I had planted just basically lettuce, spinach, and kale. Look at this though, you guys, check this out. My oregano is doing absolutely amazing. This is all the basil. The basil has definitely bolted, and it smells phenomenal. It truly, truly does. I love the smell. Now, I had trimmed this one back, and as you can see, it has little, but it's still not doing so great. I need to water it for sure. But my oregano is beautiful, and it smells amazing, like truly, truly amazing. I feel like I am sitting next to the Italian garden over here with the basil and oregano. All I need is some parsley, but actually I did not grow parsley this year. Not sure why, I just didn't. And then as you can see, oh my gosh, you guys, you know what this is? This is a pepper plant. Look, that is a pepper. That's really funny. All this time, I thought this was a basil that was growing here, but this is a pepper plant. I have no idea where that came from because I certainly did not plant any pepper seeds in there. That just really, really tickles my soul because I did not do that. That's funny. Here in the raised bed, there's a lot of falling leaves, which I keep on coming in here and just kind of crumbling them up. But as you can see, there is some seed growth here. And again, I am not 100% sure what is coming up, but I am going to let it just kind of do its thing. The reason why I say I'm just going to kind of let it do its thing is because in this compost that's actually in here, there is some weeds that do come up through the compost. And I don't know what is weed and what is actual seed that I had planted. So I do see on this side, I can kind of tell the difference between like a vegetable seed rather than a weed seed. But because I'm still fairly new, I mean, this is only my second fall crop. And even the first time I did a fall crop, it was nothing to brag about. That is for sure. And I don't even know if this one's going to be because it was just like a last minute thing and not a whole lot of effort was put into this. But I figured I had the raised bed. Let me go ahead and put some stuff in and see what happens. So this is just what's going on so far. And then as you can see, there's what looks like, this looks like broccoli to me, but I could be wrong. Cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, kale, lettuce, all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to see what actually comes up. I watered it really well the first few days. I was keeping on top of it really well, but then I kind of started slacking a little bit, which happens sometimes. That's why today I wanted to come out here and I wanted to make sure I put some water over here in the green stock and also get some water in this raised bed. I also see right here, I know that this is broccoli or cauliflower, one or the other. And I see that there is one popping up there. Oh, and I got a couple seeds that are popping up over here as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's all we can really do. Like I said, this was just a last minute decision to go ahead and do a fall garden. So I'm just kind of playing with it and seeing what happens. One of the channels that I watch sporadically, which most of you probably know who Justin Rhodes is, he recently pulled up all of his tomato plants and put it in with his flock of chickens in his greenhouse. And he ended up having one of his chickens die, which it may or may not have been caused from the tomato plants. Tomatoes and peppers are considered nightshades. And they have a toxicity in them. So when the tomatoes are green, they can have a toxicity in it, but definitely the leaves and the vine of the tomato and the pepper plant can be a little toxic. So I am not going to put these in with the chickens, the goats, or even the pigs, because honestly, pigs don't care for peppers that much. Right now, I am going to get in here and take out all the pepper and tomato plants. All right, guys, so all of the big plants are out. This right here is it's called a purple shower, which there was a bunch of those planted around here before we had decided to turn this into our garden area. So there's still a few of those that pop up, that one being the biggest one. As you can see, it's a pretty decent size there. So I'm gonna have to yank that out somehow. I'm gonna have to dig it up with a shovel though, because those are rooted in pretty deep. I'm not ready to take my zinnias out yet, you guys. I still enjoy looking at the flowers. So until they really show signs of turning brown and death, they're gonna stick around. There are some weeds in through here. I'm gonna come through here and weed as much as I can. And then I'm gonna debate on if I'm gonna put down some more seed. Today is October 22nd or 23rd, and I think it might be a little too late to plant seed. So stick around and find out what I end up doing with that. But now that this job is pretty much all done, luckily she's just eating a stick, so it's fine for now. There's really nothing in the garden that she can destroy anyways, but I really don't like any of the animals being in the garden because I don't trust the little boogers. Yeah, this space over here makes a nice small garden. If you guys have any suggestions for me on anything other than carrots, onions, actually, no, I do not want to do onions in the ground. If I do onions and garlic, that has to be in a raised bed. When I was cleaning this whole area out over here, there are so many wild onions that grow through here that I don't want to have any issues with onions at all. Onions need to be contained. So I have right now, this is what, because I also have the other raised bed that's over there by the pond. And over there is some onions and carrots. There's not a ton of carrots, but there's a little bit of carrots. I'm debating on if I want to do like rutabaga and radish, parsnips, turnips. I'm thinking about possibly doing that. Now what I'm going to do, because it's around 12 o'clock, I am going to go ahead and give these little critters their afternoon feeding, which is going to be interesting. So I've got to be sneaky when I do this. All of the animals usually want to follow me when I have a bucket of food. So I have to separate them, because if I don't separate them, then they're all going to start bullying each other for the food. And when I say bullying, I mean the goats are going to try to go after Daisy's food, and she needs to make sure that she's getting that full 10 pounds of grain, especially because I think it's a very good possibility that she is pregnant. She needs to make sure that she is getting more than enough, especially because we are milking her. Granted, we only get a half a gallon of milk a day, but that's a half a gallon of milk that we don't have to buy from the store. So praying that she is pregnant, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But all of the goats are in the corral, so that's good. The only two that are outside the corral are Daisy and Zeke. And Zeke can be a little bit pushy also with the food, especially when it comes to Daisy. I really like to have Daisy completely by herself. That way I don't need her to fight for food from anybody. So I'm going to try to get Zeke in this corral over here and get her by herself. But then I have the other obstacle, that guy back there. He's going to try to bulldoze her for the food also. The way I typically like to do this is to get this guy here and all of the goats and the pig out in pasture, and just have Daisy in here in the corral. But I might be able to do that. We'll see. That's not working the way that I planned. So the only way this is going to work is if I actually grab a bucket of feed. Oh, let me see if I can get Timmy in the corral. If I get him in, that would be good. Hey, Timmy, look what I got. Come on, Tim Tim. All right. So now I got Timmy and the goats in the corral, and the only two I have left are these two. I can work with that. So let me get some food and start feeding these guys. All right, so it was a little challenging to get it on video because I had to just do it and be quick with it. But basically what I did was I got Zeke to come into the corral area. Since I already had everybody else already in the corral, I just got a scoop of food and kind of pushed Daisy out of the way and got him in. So Daisy has her full bucket of grain that she is eating. Sergeant won't get into it, so we don't have to worry about him. He's just going to probably eat whatever she drops outside of it. But that is her bucket. That bucket has been weighed and the food has been weighed. So I know that the bucket pretty much weighs close to nothing. When I fill it completely to the top with grain, it's about almost like 12.5 pounds. So I take a little bit off the top to feed the other animals. This is the one who keeps on escaping. We'll catch her eventually. All the ducks are around, hoping to catch a snack. These three always have a chicken, and it's always that chicken with the stubby tail. I don't know what happened to her tail feathers, but they came out. So she's growing some new tail feathers. But it's always her that's in with either them or with Chubbs trying to steal food. And Chubbs is doing much better, you guys. He is putting on some weight, which is great. His stall needs to be cleaned out, but besides that, he's doing good. He looks good. His eyes even look good, which is very surprising. But he's been eating much better. And she's definitely eating. This guy's coming, running in, hoping he can catch a snack. I'm sorry, Zeke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. And then Ruby, she's always trying to catch a snack too, but this girl can eat. She is a big eater. Her and Piper both. On another note, we got some more exciting news coming up for you. I might be dressed the same way in the next video just because these videos get kind of long and I'm trying to narrow them down for you guys because it's just a lot that goes on in one day. And I try to squeeze it in all on one video, but sometimes it just ends up making my videos turn out to be like 20 to 30 minutes long, and I really don't want my videos to be that long. So in the next video, I have some exciting news for you, so make sure that you stay tuned and that you're following along. Hit the notification bell so you know the next time that we post a video so you can get the update on what's going on with the goats. And that's very exciting to me, and I can't wait to share that news with you. And then also, if you didn't watch the last video on what our plans are with Zeke, make sure you check out that video as well. It's all really cool and exciting stuff here on the farm, and we hope that all of you guys are excited to hear about what's going on with it as well. And until next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you then. Bye, guys.